Hello, my name is Edward Monahan. I'm the founder of Colorful Dreams and I'm proud to currently serve as its executive director. I'd like to take this opportunity to discuss a bit of our story and introduce my grandmother Mama and my aunt Kim, two remarkable people whose story and struggle for care inspired us to start Colorful Dreams. The idea behind Colorful Dreams originated in 2016 after the families of Elba Mama Ramos and Kimberly Monahan were unable to find adequate and affordable long-term care options in New Jersey beyond institutionalized settings. For Aunt Kim, Mama, and so many others, a community-based style of care is far more appropriate than an institutionalized setting such as a hospice or a nursing home. Colorful Dreams was founded in honor of Aunt Kim and Mama, to spread the joy and blessing that was their lives, and to utilize the story of their care to assist to countless others in similar situations. Now it is my distinct honor to tell you a bit about Mama and Kim and the story of their exceptional lives. My Aunt Kim was born on January 3, 1969, and lived in the care family for most of her life. She was one of the most kind-hearted and positive individuals I've met, and my time with her was truly a blessing. Aunt Kim loved Disney princesses to color and spreading her positivity. She is remembered by her unending happiness, infectious laugh, and insatiable love for singing, dancing, and musicals such as Jersey Boys. Mama was born on July 19, 1930 in Puerto Rico. Mama was the proud mother of 3 terrific daughters, a grandmother to her 5 beloved grandkids, and a maternal figure to so many in the family. Mama loved her novellas and the occasional trip to the slot machine, but above all, Mama loved her family and caring for the generations of children. When Mama wasn't concerned with the care or whereabouts of her grandkids, she could often be found with a smile and a dance. Mama would poke her chest out, shake her arms, and say, "Vaya, vaya, vaya, mon." As Mama aged, she began to develop Alzheimer's and began to require increasing assistance. Aunt Kim had Down syndrome, and as she grew older, the requirements of her care rapidly progressed. By around 2016, the care for both Aunt Kim and Mama exceeded what the family alone could provide. Our families battled with the state, service providers, and others for years in an attempt to get adequate and affordable care without placing them in an institutionalized setting. Early on, it became evident that finding compassionate care for Aunt Kim and Mama without separating them from the family and friends they loved and who were instrumental in their continued good health would be nearly impossible, at least in their lifetime. It was at this point, while our family was simultaneously facing the same realization while attempting to care for Mama, that our family came together and attempted to care for them ourselves. What proved to be the easiest part was acquiring and renovating the property, which we did ourselves. The house required significant repairs and alterations to turn from a foreclosure into a space that was safe, loving, and comfortable for Kim, Mama, Papa, and their caregivers. The house had issues from the furnace and HVAC to needing kitchen repairs and flooring throughout, not to mention the many additional alterations such as the railings, bathroom and bedroom accommodations, and Kim's favorite, the stair lift. The uphill battle became attempting to get state services to provide care to Kim and Mama, neither of whom could care for themselves at this point. Even still, working with the state to provide them with adequate coverage and services was a constant battle that only ended after they were placed in in-home hospice care within the home near the end of their lives. Along the way, Mama and Aunt Kim were truly blessed with the presence of aides like Vilma and Kathleen, who transcended beyond the traditional bond of caregivers and became lifelong friends who made Aunt Kim and Mama feel at home and like members of their own family. The house was truly a blessing and became a safe haven for them to receive the care they needed in the presence of family and an environment that felt like home. As time went on, the bond that developed between Aunt Kim, Mama, and Papa was so loving and pure that it almost cannot be put into words. Both my Aunt Kim and Mama received several years of compassionate and loving care, and when their time came, had dignified deaths surrounded by family and in a loving space. Tragically, this outcome is something that is not a reality for far too many disabled and aging residents across the state of New Jersey. Unfortunately, far too often, aging and disabled populations, especially here in New Jersey, are unable to receive adequate support and services that would enable them to maximize their potential and live a dignified, productive, and inclusive life. Beyond the ineffectiveness of current systems of long-term care, For most, receiving proper palliative and end-of-life care is an equally daunting task and nearly unattainable outside of for-profit institutions. Community-based care is not just a long-term care or end-of-life care option and can provide services to persons at all stages of life and at all levels of care. Founded in the memory of Aunt Kim and Mama, Colorful Dreams is working to increase the availability of community-based care options in New Jersey. We invite all of you to join us on our journey of providing housing for our disabled friends and neighbors. To learn more and find out ways you can help, visit colorfuldreams.org. You can also call or text 609-865-9458, email information@colorfuldreams.org, or find us on your favorite social media platforms. Thank you.